Over the weekend, Davis and I saw Avengers Endgame. I made it through the entire 3 hours, only going to the bathroom once. You thought I was going to say I made it the whole 3 hours. No, of course not. So I got a minor spoiler here. It's not spoiling the outcome of the movie or anything like that. It's just a plot element. So the movie picks up where the previous one leaves off, where half of all living creatures have been turned to dust, a little bit heavy, and the half that remained had to rebuild their lives. And Tony Stark, Iron Man, he has a daughter in this 5 years later life. And the rest of the people who are living, the rest of the Avengers are mourning or are really troubled. He is living this really beautiful and simple life with his wife and daughter. So when this new plan to save the world is hatched, Tony says something to Captain America that I thought was very spiritual. He said, "I got to tell you, my priority is to bring back what we lost. Well, I hope, yes. To keep what I found, I have to at all costs." He wants to fix the past, but not at the expense of what he has right now. The destruction behind him has led him to something really beautiful. And in today's first reading, we see Lot and his family being led out of Sodom right before God destroys it. And then his wife makes a very bad choice in Genesis 19:26. Lot's wife looked back, and she was turned to a pillar of salt. She turned to look back at this life of sin instead of looking forward. God told him, don't look back. She neglected to look ahead to God's promise and God's saving grace. And I think a lot of us can look back on pain or destruction or mistakes that we've made and wish that things could be different. But just like Tony Stark says, not at the expense of what God is doing in our life right now. But that means we have to recognize that beauty. We have to recognize the path that God is leading us on and don't look back.